Hello and welcome to my channel, Cali Legends Media. I want to thank all the subscribers. You guys really been on it, man. My numbers are really going up, and it's all because of you guys, man. And I appreciate it wholeheartedly. If you haven't subscribed, please support the channel. Hit the subscribe button down below, and become a part of the Cali Legends family. Also, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. And if you have any comments or suggestions or likes or dislikes, go ahead and get on the comment section and let it be known. You know, I appreciate each and every one of you that take the time to do that. And to the best of my ability, I'll get back to as many of you as I can. It's very time consuming, but I'll do my best. If you'd like to be notified whenever a new video drops, hit that notification bell. When I drop the video, you'll be notified, and you can go back and watch the video at a later time. Okay, so today's video is going to be a story about a war concert, okay? That musical group, War, has been part of Chicano culture for so many years, and even today, man, you still hear their songs being blasted all the time. In any case, this is a story, okay? One day, me and my homeboy Sugar Bear, we're just taking a stroll down Ford Boulevard, just talking, cutting it up, and we come upon older homie's house, Veco, from Mariana, right? And there's a bunch of cars parked in front of his pad. So the homeboy says, hey, let's check out what's going on right here, right? So we pull up, and the homies are getting ready to take off to San Diego, right? And so I'm talking with some homies, and he's talking to the other homie. He comes back and he says, hey, homie, you want to go with the homeboys to San Diego? And I said, when? He goes, right now. I go, man, we don't have nothing though. We don't have clothes to change. You know, like, he goes, don't trip. The homie said they got us. If you want to go, let's go. I say, hell yeah, let's do this, right? So we don't get in touch with our families or nothing. We're taking off to San Diego, right? So we all get in different cars. I don't remember exactly the number of cars there were, but we had a caravan, and we caravaned all down to San Diego, right? Shout out to the camaradas in San Diego. So we get there, and we pull up to a beach on the way over there, okay? On the way over where the concert's going to be. And we actually end up spending the night on the beach. We have a big old bonfire going, you know, music. A lot of people's brought their girlfriends and their wives with them. And we're kicking it, we're partying, you know. And all of a sudden I hear, you know, somebody's getting it, right? Well, it turns out it's my homeboy Sugar Bear, right? And he's getting it up with an older homie behind some words that he put out, and he said something that my homeboy didn't appreciate. So my homeboy Sugar Bear, you know, called them out. They took a little walk. I couldn't even see them, man. Like, they took off into the cut where it was so dark, all you could hear were the chingazos, the punches, you know. That's all you heard, right? And they get down, they come back. I asked me, what's up? You know, like what's up? You know, like, is there something we got to do or what? He says, nah, man, ya estuvo, it's over. It was some personal pedo. Don't worry about it. We're good. I said, all right, cool. So we go back to the bonfire, man. We're kicking it. We're having a good time. Drinking, puffing, you know. And some people go and end up crashing out on the car. Some people laid out a blanket, crashed out right there on the beach, you know. And when morning came and the homies got up, there was a few homies that were sick, you know. I don't know how you would go on a trip like that and not be prepared for this, you know. Good thing for me, it was a time where I had I had gotten out of jail and I was clean. I wasn't doing that. And I didn't have to worry about that issue. But we still went with the homies because they were going to go into the barrios of San Diego and go look for a little something, right? So we go with them, right? What turns out happening is we go to Chicano Park, and me and my homeboy Sugar Bear, we're kicking it. You know, we're just tripping out on everything, you know? And the people, the ramflas, the girls, you know, we're loving it, you know? And the homies come back and say, hey, you two guys, you stay right here. We're in Chicano Park, right? You guys stay right here and wait for us. We'll be back, right? And we're like, what do you mean, man? Well, no, we'll go with you guys. He goes, no, don't trip. We're going to come right back and scoop you guys up. And then we'll go back with the homies. Yeah, man, that was just puro pedo, man. They took off. I don't know where they ended up going or what. It didn't even matter. But lucky for us, we ran into a camarada that owned a body shop. His name was Yoya, and he owned a body shop on Olympic Boulevard. He did a lot of upholsteries for lowriders and stuff, and yeah, he did real nice upholstery, mohair, all kinds of different tuck and roll, diamond tuck, you know, all the old school upholsteries, you know, pretty well known. He did good work. I think his upholstery shop comes out on one of the CDs for East Side Stories, oldies. Yeah, his shop's there. They have a truck with some girls in the back with tandos and stuff, you know. Anyways, so we see dude's womba. You know, I don't know what year it was, but it was burgundy. We see it coming, man. We're digging in the ramfla, and then we noticed it was him. He had two big Mexican flags flying out of the back, and he had the convertible top down, right? Is that Yoya? Yeah, it is. We start whistling, we call him, and he pulls up, right? He goes, hey, what are you guys doing out here? We told him the story, and we asked him, hey, take us back to the homies, right? He says, yeah, come on, get in. So we jump in his womba, and he takes us back with the homies, right? The homies are already picking up camp and ready to go, you know? And they were a little upset, like, hey, man, what were you about those? Anyways, long story short, we caravan to a hotel or a motel where they had rented it for the sole purpose of us going in there and taking showers, you know, and cleaning up. So we went, took our showers, man, freshened up. We all had breakfast. And we were off to the war concert, you know? Well, I thought we were just going to go to the war concert and go kick it, man, and go see war, you know? Well, what it was one of my older homies had a contract for securing the war concert. You know, standing along the stage, making sure that people didn't get up on the stage, and pretty much ran security for the war concert. And that was going to be our job, right? So when we finally get there where the concert's at, they give us jackets, right? And the jackets say security on the back, right? So with them jackets, we could get whatever we want to eat. Pisto, whatever we wanted. Everything was on the house. So it was cool, So it was cool, right? So they had another band there, you know, they're playing and stuff. War's coming up. And I'm in the crowd, facing the stage, right? And this girl starts talking to me. So we start talking and stuff. She was from San Diego, and she was there with her homies and her homegirls, right? But she was putting a lot of attention to old boy, right? So I'm talking, and then she asked me, hey, let me wear your jacket, you know? I go, serious? You want to wear it? And she goes, yeah, let me wear it. So I take it off and I put it on her, right? And we're right there talking, and I'm facing her, and she has her back towards her people. Her people don't look too happy that she's talking with me, you know? Especially the vatos, you know? Anyways, all of a sudden, the crowd starts shifting, right? It's moving like as one, you know, in a certain area. Well, it turned out that some chingazos had broken out, right? And our job was to stop any fights and separate the people. That's our job. Wasn't to arrest nobody, get nobody arrested or nothing. All it was to stop the fights, keep them separate, and if we had to, walk out the ones that didn't want to relax, and comply. It was a pretty big undertaking, a pretty big thing for them to ask of us, So anyways, I bone out, and I go over where everybody's fighting and everything, and I start trying to pull people back and everything. I'm trying to get all up in the middle there to find out what's really going on, and who's really the ones chucking them and setting this off and keeping it going, right? Well, on the way in, this Samoan dude comes and grabs me, man, by both arms, and kind of lifts me up and replants me, man. And I'm like, hey, man, like, what the F? Like, hey, be putting your hands on me. And he's just like, got his big old manota and put it on my chest, and he pushed me back. And the crowd caught me and kind of like threw me back at him, And on my way back, I'm already like the gallos, I fucking peen in the air, going back at him. And when I land, I'm chucking him with this dude. Big old fool, man. Every time he hit me, it was like they were taking a picture. Psh, big old flashes, right? Well, good thing my homeboys noticed that it was me, right? Because the other Samoans were coming out, and they're getting ready to pack me out, right? So my homeboys are like, nah, he's with us, man. He's with us. And they're basically gonna rescue me, because if them boys get a hold of me, man, they're gonna pull me in different directions and tear me to pieces, So, anyways, my homeboys managed to get their attention and stop all that, right? I didn't realize I didn't have my jacket on, so they didn't recognize me. You know what I mean? As being someone who was gonna be a positive force there in that melee, right? Anyways, war continued to play. Man, they were jamming, man. People were dancing, having a good time. That was I've been to other war concerts. That was the best one, man. It was feeding. And the vatos from San Diego, they could have. They were deep, of course. That's all them right there, They could have got busy and put the smash in, But they didn't, They were feeding with us, and it was nothing but respect. We went up there, we had a good time, and that was the only little incident that popped off, except for trying to keep the people from getting on stage and stuff. There was a lot of people that were like, I don't know, they just wanted to like touch the singer. I don't know what they were trying to do, why they were trying to get up on stage like that, but that was the only real challenge, keeping the line back on the stage. We had a great time, man. And yeah, going back, it was all good. That was the only incident, but it was a trip because we were young. I'm sure my parents never knew about this. The homeboys had us, like big brothers, man. They took care of us. We were the youngsters. Me and the homie, we were young, man. We were youngsters, but they took care of us. They fed us, man. They got us showered up, and when this happened, man, they were there to to help old boy right here. It was great, man. It was a great experience that I shared with my homeboys, a great memory, and I know people say, yeah, gangs this, gangs that, but we've always said we're a neighborhood, we're a barrio. But anything, you get 5 people jumping on somebody, then it was a gang of people that jumped them. It was a gang. If you have a name that you represent yourself by, and we like to say we're a barrio, we're a neighborhood, and we could fall in that category 100%. But nevertheless, that's the kind of stuff that my homeboys would do with us in the neighborhood, in our barrio. It was all love, and it was a good thing. It was all positive. We got paid, free food and peace. So it was just it was a marvelous time, and marvelous experience. That's just one trip that we went on with the older homies. They take us to the mountains, they take us fishing, a bunch of stuff, It wasn't just a bunch of barullo. Anyways, I wanted to share this story with you guys. And you older homies that do got that are there in the neighborhood still, you might not be as old as me, But you know what I mean by older guys. Man, show your little homie some love. You know, show them some, take them out, have some good times with them. You know, and not just tabarruyo. You know, and you know, maybe some fishing, some camping, stuff that they might not do with their pops or with their family. You know, because young men need that kind of stuff in their life. You know, and of course, those of you who don't belong to a gang or a neighborhood, I recommend just staying out of it 100%, and just do life. You know, get an education, go to work, get a career, and when you start a family, you'll be able to provide for yourself and for them. You know, and for those of us that have been in prison and stuff, and who are out on parole and or have been out on parole and have discharged since, let's stay out of those situations, so we could be out here for our families when they need us. And those are my consejos from the heart. Okay, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much. God bless you and your families always.